Welcome back to the news. We apologize for the interruptions, but first, let's take a quick recap on our top stories making headlines. The Singnabedela MVA Fund encourages adherence of drivers to be cautious on the country's roads as they are not supporting recklessness in the country's roads. South African artist Bonoa came into the kingdom to perform, thrilled the crowd yesterday night. Babane Highlanders qualify to represent the country in Africa. This is after they played a draw with Babane Swallows today at the Mavuso Sports Center. Yemaswati are encouraged to follow the health rules that will reduce the spread of COVID-19 and continue to visit the vaccination centers. In other news, Singnabedela Motor Vehicle Accident Fund encourages drivers not to be reckless in the country's roads as they will be scrutinizing applications for those to be compensated by the fund. Singnabedela MVA Fund discouraged the acts of drivers not being cautious in the country's road and driving recklessly. According to Dumisa Dlamini from Singnabedela MVA Fund, the fund is scrutinizing accident scenes on how they took place, especially to discourage the recklessness in drivers, as this fund was only established to compensate people who have been injured in accidents.
Mhlambe umuntu angacala vete kokuthi awusiko msha lo mthetho. Umthetho nje lokhona lo lapha ku section 17 wa Amendment Act number 20 of 2011. Kakhulu lo mthetho awusiwo lobuke kokuthi mhlambe uhlukubeta abantu yini, kodwa umthetho mhlambe luqonze kuletha deterrence in negligent driving. Thina nje sisincephethelwe MVA Fund sibona ukuthi asilekelela kakhulu letindzaba tabo accident prevention, ngoba siyathi ukuthi ekushayeleni imotela likhona liphutha lengahle libe khona kumshayeli, liphutha lelingabeketelela, kodwa akhona amaphutha lokukhanza kokuthi lengoti yenteke lo mradi kahle ukuthi abengakafanele kushayela imoto kuleso simo. Asengibekise nje indzaba yekunatha tshwala bese ushayela imotela sekudaleka ingoti lapho lekubonakala ukuthi kube mhlambe bekude lo tshwala lengoti ngeke akenteke. Lapho ke sey act of negligence lenkulu. Kukhona tindzawo lokuba siyawathi nje umgwaqo is a shared infrastructure la khona kuthiwa ndawuhamba nishiyelane phela. Nase kubonakala wena uthi ukhanza kunama robots, lama robots asho ukuthi salushiyela labanye bahamba ufike washayela ama robots wena sekudaleka ingoti layo. That is recklessness. Letindzaba letinjalo ke tibe sesiyayibita le right of recourse la ukuthi asiticele letimbasha ukuthi noba sesimbhadelela umuntu noma phela sathi kokuthi sincephethela abantu labalimele ngebudlapha bekushayela kwemotolo as embedded in the Principal Act number 13 of 1991. Kodwa siyakwegwema nathi ukuthi kutaba ne-unwarranted driving nje kokuthi umuntu abengashayi robot noma mhlambe kubekiwe la 60 km/h ushayisa umuntu wena uhamba 108 km/h. Kusho ukuthi kude nje lokunakile wena ngumthetho futhi akwake nje nokuqabanga ukuthi kunelabanye abantu labawusebenzisa umgwaqo lala ukhona khona wena lokho sesikubita ukuthi recklessness. Ngito ke letinto lesithi asitigweme lengibuka sibuka kulula thina ngoba akusho ukuthi wonke umuntu othola ingoti utawuthola lolo swati lolo. Lokusho ukuthi nje umuntu nashayela imoto akatibuto ukuthi ngifanele nikushayela imoto, nginayo ni license yokushayela imoto, angikatsakwa yini ukuthi ngashayela imoto, ngifanele nikwengcela emarobot avalile, ngifanele nikubhidla naba abantu engibakhanza bawela umgwaqo ku-zebra crossing. Nase kwenteke ingoti lenjengaleyo ngilase khona sowubona khona ukuthi awu kube budlapha lobukhulu kimi lengenteka ngenteka ngiphatamiseka. Uthi ke umbuto nasi bakhanza bade letimbasha licala likubuti ukuthi unayo imali, licala nje lafika kuwe utawubona wena ukuthi ulihlangabeta njani lokuqala lakho ngoba phela sowubekiwe lecala sekukhulunyiwe kwabonakala lokuthi cha vele lecala liyakufanela wona. Nawe ke sotawuphuthatha la ubeka khona lokho sincephethelo ngokokuthi likubeke lelicala lingakubeka lelicala kutawubona wena ke nemthetho ukuthi wenda njani lokuthi leto timbasha gcine tibuyelele la kufuna tibuyele khona. Kodwa sethemba nje ukuthi ngeke Maswati atholwe ngoluswati lolu ngoba atawushayela kahle.
Ujani Yemaswati News, I'm Linda Shonga with Justice Lamini Manzini. countries are preparing for any outbreak that might come into their different countries of the world. According to the World Health Organization, different diseases such as polio are prone to break out in many countries, even the Kingdom of Eswatini, as Mozambique is facing a challenge of polio. World countries are making sure that they prepare for any situation that might arise in outbreaks, as the WHO state that their surveillance shows that many countries are prone to receive more different diseases, especially due to the outbreak of monkeypox. A lot have been anticipated that it will come. Dr. Kevin Magatange state that polio is one of the diseases which Eswatini is surveilling, ensuring that they are well prepared for it.
Monkeypox, and you find that it's already here in Eswatini. So we need to be actually very, very, very careful. People might say it's far away there in Europe. As we are here in Eswatini, it's not going to get to us. But remember, that's how actually COVID started. So we need to be extra cautious to take precautions to take care of ourselves, especially when we are traveling to countries where we know this disease is actually circulating. Take all the precautions necessary. Stay away from people, avoid crowds, avoid interacting with people who might be having actually the disease. And then as WHO, we are really working with countries to build actually preparedness for any introduction of this disease in the different countries, especially for those countries that have not experienced the disease. Then another thing, there is monkeypox. But for Eswatini, there is another imminent threat that is very close to us, which is polio. I think you all heard or you have heard that we have got polio cases in Mozambique. It started in Malawi, there was polio cases, now it moved to Mozambique. And Mozambique is very close to us. And in terms of traveling between Mozambique and Eswatini, the threat is very high actually in the country. So we also need to be on the lookout for polio. I think we know about polio. It causes paralysis, it actually disables a person. And we don't want polio to actually come back to Eswatini, because Eswatini has been free from polio for a long time. So we're actually encouraging stakeholders, the Ministry of Health, the government, any of us as stakeholders to really be on the lookout for polio, which is an imminent threat that is actually even close our borders.
Thank you.
Linda Shoma for Channel Yemaswati News, Kimberly Mavuso in Babani. Gospel lovers were entertained last night at the Happy Valley Hotel and Casino at the performance of Sbuno, a South African-based gospel artist. We have a report. Gospel music lovers last night were entertained by Sbuno, a South African-based gospel artist who thrilled with his music at the Happy Valley Hotel in an event which was organized solely for him as a visiting artist in the kingdom, backed by local artists in the Kingdom of Eswatini. He stated his excitement, stating that he loves Eswatini for welcoming him.
It's such an honor when you do such events and people come out in numbers and buy tickets. Caesar City, the whole show is sold out. Yeah, but I think more than anything, Vitamina, what overwhelmed me is just the spirit that everyone had, which was just the spirit of worship. They were singing along to each and every song, and for me, that's more fulfilling than anything else. So, I'm waiting to talk about the company ngisebenza nayo leSoweto. Funny enough, this show was supposed to happen a long time ago, but because of the COVID, we had to postpone it, and we kept postponing and postponing. But yeah, eventually it happened. Sanctuary, it's not like we're planning not to come last year or the year before. So, coming about this, to come back again, because ngiyazi ukuthi bazoqhubeka basupport. For me, ukuthi manje kunamadle balalele la, but for me I would have loved ukuthi kube nje into njalo ngonyaka, because you know umuntu unomusa nje ne-privilege yokukhipha umculo omusha almost every year. So it's lovely to hear Yemaswati supporter. I've got fans everywhere, man. So even though I don't stay here, but when the music plays on radio, ngitshela ibona ukuthi seyidlala ku radio or sibakhuluma ngayo ephepheni. So it's supporting as long as you corner, but I'll keep on coming back to be a blessing to them.
Okay, siyabonga kakhulu. Good night.
For Channel Yemaswati News, I'm Linda Shong with Kimberly Mavuso, Ezulwini.
Lobamba Induna Pexisa Pembe State, that is a constituency of Lobamba. They are working on different projects that will benefit the community, stating that from the youth and to the old who are unable to get jobs, they will be supported by the Ingunda so that they can make ends meet.
Lobamba Ingundla have established a program of ensuring that they institute the operation of the Regional Development Fund to benefit residents of the area so that they can derive income.
Direct investment ngesikhwama lesinazo se-LPF lokusho ukuthi inkampani yokuqala nje lefomshekile yafoniswa abantu labasha bakhona kule nkundla yonke kube inkampani yakataJikati into investment eyokwenda i-hardware kule business area yenkundla la kaLobamba. Now saze sihlala phansi nekubuka broadly ukuthi lama security tenders la khona lana embambamba ba benefit abani lokhona lo delo la kule community. Sabayena kuhlangana amaphoyisa emango sawanika le mqondo nanawo awujabulela awuthatha over inkampani lekuthiwa i-CPF investments ngasho lokuthi ngiyo le bayiregistile amaphoyisa emango le hata ukhona ukuthi aphume ngayo nayo athole lamathenda kulama hotel lesinawo kuleti kola lesinato kulama private institution lesinato bakhona kuthiwa lo msebenzi nawo as-tenders direct than ukuthi bamele ukuthi baqashwe, so nabo sekufuna bajike babe baqashi. Lokusho ukuthi we are trying to make it a point ukuthi wonke lo lokhona la ngundleni nakukhona umqondo la nawo awumsite akhona la ngundleni ngosi kubonile kufika kwa COVID kuvala ama-traveling kuba nema-traveling regulation lokusho ukuthi asiphile la sikhona khona abasebenzisa le opportunity. Singundla-ke kule business area sinema-ofisi sinale hola lesiyinikele youth for ukuthi yande le hardware. Lama office nyalo sta allocated to lama association and companies lendiwe la kule ngundla. Ngapha nje emaphoyisa emango yona nayo seyinalo office lapho sabe silonja kulamala la batawusebenzela khona batawutrainelwa khona batawuqashelana khona si expected sibaqashe abantu balana bathwala ama-10 and si expected sinetikolo bo teachers aba invite ukuthi ema security la tawugada letikolo akube ngala maphoyisa emango because bataye banayo uniform bataye banayo patroller equipment yonke bataye banayo through lesikhwama se-RDF lokho kuba empowerishe direct bakhona ukuphila empilweni. Lokho sivule emehlo kakhulu ngilokuthi kufika kwa COVID kufike kwasitshengisa ukuthi abantu la kule ngundla bahluphekile. Abahluphekile kunebantu balala ngendlala labantu because bebadependela ekuqashweni. Lebaqashwe lamahotela bahamba labelungu bashiya lamahotela basala indlala ihlasele abantu. Sabona sivele kufanele basibhemela abantu bathi asisebenze. So let us do a project that ukhona kwa benefits direct. So ngiko lo ukuzivusile ukuthi one bakushoda kwemisebenzi ukhulise icrime yaba inkulu la kule manga. Bakhulisa idzakamisa kubantwana sibanathe kakhulu idzakamisa because ba stressed babuye ema university bahlelela emakhaya. So vele ukupakelana kwabo la makhaya sebane batali bawo it create more stress. That is why we are saying let us stand up and give them directly benefits. Khona batotibona lobuso betingudla usitingudla tiyasebenza tiyabasita because noma ngamfakela gesi lo muntu umende lumgaco ayofika ekhaya but still tabe soza ukamsita. So indlela yokumsita nje sisikavile let us deal with them direct and lolusito liyele inkampani ndabo direct babone lolusito lukhona akusiko nje ukuthi sifaka bogesi nemigaco sitingudla but nala inkampani ndabo tiyasitakana nanawo batothola kuthola inzuzo bathole ukuqashana. Sethemba lo ukuthi lo kutawenda lo ukuthi kuphelele ihlupheko lesengamile kule ngudla kulamala imisebenzi kude bantwana baphumile esikoleni ba drop out ile ngenxa yetimali nangenkumbi yetinto leti bahlasele so sitakuqedza ke lo but konke atibuye masisweni sicalele phandle sa start fresh and look at what we can do to help them ukuthi bakhona kusitakala bakhone ukuphila baphile futhi for a long term.
For Channel Yemaswati News, I'm Linda Shonga with Kimberly Mavuso Lobamba.
Welcome back. You're still watching Channel Yemaswati News, and the news continue. A woman who's living in a shack in Mangwaneni in Manzini pleads for assistance from Yemaswati, stating that she cannot put food on the table as there's no one who can support her.
A lady who's living in a shack at Mangwaneni in Manzini is pleading for assistance from Yemaswati, stating that she cannot make ends meet and does not have anyone to support her so that she can have food on the table or meet her bills, stating that she's living on her own. The only eldest daughter that she has left for South Africa.
Uhlala kuwe namake angoma
ekhaya
kalama
nendlala le bantu abami ispect kude kudla kumhlophe wule ekhaya kusehlanzeni yanyalo nje nangayobuka kude nalesi kudlala ke waya nase South Africa uyagula njani sathi nami ukuthi ngiyawuthini ngoba kunani noma nale bagcina bangakangitsheli ukuthi
Ithi inombolo abangakusinisa kuyo wena.
Ithi 7697 80 84. Lenye ithi 76 86 80 14.
Siyabonga.
Yebo mntanami. Siyami noma sekukhona-ke nokuthi nje engathayela nomadzala nawo angasiphi isidawo.
And now we'll just go straight into sport news. Mbabane Swallows was unable to defeat Mbabane Highlanders in their dream to be part of the Africa contributors to representing the country after they have been representing the country for the past 3 years.
Football lovers were thrilled to watch a game between Mbabane Highlanders and Mbabane Swallows staged at the Mavuso Sports Center, where it is stated that teams which made it to the Africa Cup are Mbabane Highlanders. The director for Mbabane Highlanders, Ali Homongwe, expressed his excitement with the breakthrough as they were always praying to participate in Africa.
We never had that clash with the coaches as far as I know personally. What I know that you study the coach, that this coach can take us to Africa or no. But once Highlanders have a material of good players, we assemble good players, and then we are very proud of that. And even those coaches were there, they were very good because they helped to assemble a good team, you see. So I believe that each and every industry, there's industrial problems, and we need to accept it's a part of life. But from here we are moving forward. Our vision and mission is to take Mbabane Highlanders to another level.
The coach from Mbabane Highlanders stated that there was a lot they were anticipating for, but they are thankful that they made it through to Africa.
We have to reinforce the team, we have to be better so that we can win the league next season. CAF is something else because we have to be qualified for this, but for us to be able to be strong, we need to be firm. We can see the struggle this season was to score goals. Because, I know I found that the number could not change much. But I'm a big believer of 3-4-3 because in that system, you likely to score any time. I'm a big believer of playing more strikers in the field. I normally play 3 strikers. For the past 3-4 years, I've been playing 3-4-3 and it works for me. But you move to another country, you find the system.
These clubs had met consecutive times in different tournaments, especially in this one. They have been able to meet 2 times, where it is expected that Mbabane Highlanders will represent the country in Africa. This match was watched by the directors of both teams, Bishop Pierre Lukela of the All Nations Church and the chairman of the Mbabane Swallows Club, and also Ali Komongwe.
When the sport news brings us to the end of our English News Bulletin, but before signing off, let me take a quick recap on our top stories making headlines this evening. Singapedelo Motor Vehicle Accident Fund preaches cautious driving across the country's roads, stating that reckless drivers will not get benefit from the MV fund. Sibunoa thrilled the crowd which was expecting his performance at the Abbeyville Hotel last night. Mbabane Highlanders will be representing ESWATINI in Africa. This is after they managed to secure their points, which they are anticipating for. Well, that's all for today. Until next time, please do enjoy the rest of your viewing. Good night.
This weather forecast is proudly brought to you by FSRA.